Hey, what's up? It's your girl Lori Painter, and today's video I am answering one of your questions that has been sent in to me. And here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. This person has asked to remain anonymous, so of course I will totally honor that. And here we go. Dear Lori, thanks for your videos. I use them for my morning boost of positivity before I drive my daughter to school. They work great. Awesome. I was watching your videos on embracing your beauty, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen that, it's called embracing my embracing my feminine sensual energy or something like that, or my feminine energy. So check that out if you're curious about the video that she's referring to. My question is this: how do you deal with the changes in others' reactions to you as you look healthier and prettier? I'm about 80% raw and live very clean. I am 44 and look better than I should according to society's expectations. Most people are just fine and easy to get along with as usual, but I have been coming across a new thing. People who give me attitude or won't make eye contact or give other kinds of strange vibes. Funny enough, I think age plays into it as well. I mean, a 23-year-old is supposed to look amazing, but is a 44-year-old mom supposed to snuff out their light and go into hiding? I don't think so, but I definitely don't want to alienate people. I would love to have your feedback about how to keep a positive attitude when met with this kind of hostility and suspicion, or maybe turn these into friendly exchanges instead of uncomfortable ones. You can totally mention my story, but please don't use my name if you do. Thanks, and hope your family are well. Awesome, awesome question. And yes, I have been there and done that. So the video that she's referring to, I talked about actually feeling really ashamed for being desired by men, and women feeling really uncomfortable and feeling a lot of pain for a lot of years about that, and not really understanding how to balance that. So in this situation, I have two different approaches to handle this question. The first one is when people come and approach you in a way that you can tell they just don't feel comfortable because there's something about you that brings up their pain. The best thing that we can do is just be compassionate and reach out to them and to be friendly to them and strike up a conversation or give a genuine compliment and just open ourselves up to them. If this is someone that you interact with on a regular basis, there may be a softening of the heart when they realize that you're not some egotistical freak that just thinks she's all that, strutting her stuff, looking amazing, which, by the way, I want to commend you for being a mom, rocking it out at 44, looking amazing, taking really good care of yourself. I really do feel that society today is aging so much faster, and the youth of today is not given the proper education and empowered on how to really care for their bodies, and as a result they're breaking down faster, and unfortunately that leaves them with a lot of pain and suffering because they see all this stuff in the media, they see gorgeous people like perhaps you, and they don't know how to deal with it because you are what they wish that they had in themselves. And the very, very best thing that we can do is let people know, first and foremost, this is not easy. We didn't just become beautiful by not doing anything, and share with them the tools that you have used that has helped you look as impeccable and amazing as you do that today. And I remember I worked with a photographer, and she's like, oh gosh, we work with you and it's just so frustrating because you're just so pretty and you make everybody feel terrible. And I stopped the photo shoot and I got really emotional and I almost cried. And I said, you know what? I want you to take a look and realize what I do every day to look the way that I do. And I'm not saying that I'm all that. I'm definitely not. But I'm telling you, I'm making the best of where I find myself, and it's not easy. I don't know many people that are getting up and working out as regularly and eating the way that I eat and doing those things. So darn it, I have earned every single thing that's going on with my physique, and I don't want to feel terrible because I am looking good and it makes you feel bad. So why don't you take a step and walk in my shoes and see what it is that I do every day to see what happens to you as a result, your skin clearing up or whatever. So we can really take this as an opportunity to share our secrets. So I highly suggest you do that. You embrace that person that is suffering and, you know, become their BFF, because they need a role model and they need someone. And obviously they're looking at you thinking that you've got your stuff together, and wouldn't it be amazing if you could do that? The second approach to this question is a spiritual one. And this one is everything that's showing up in your world is a direct reflection of something that's going on the inside. So if there's people that are coming at you and they've got this attitude, my question is, could there be a way that you have some sort of a block yourself? Maybe you're feeling uncomfortable that you see someone that doesn't really have their self together and you're looking hot and amazing. Could it be that you're putting out a strange vibe? If you've checked with yourself and you know that that's not what's going on, then I defer to the very first thing that I said, which is just to be a compassionate and loving human being and reach out to them and let them know that, you know, you're here for them. That's the most powerful thing you can do. And I just want to share another story about a time where I was interacting with a woman that it was very uncomfortable. I was at a workshop, and this was about, 7 years ago. And at the workshop, we needed to be partnered up with another person. And I was at this workshop just because I was so high on life and I just wanted to be in that environment. And I was just thrilled to be there. But the person that I was partnered up with was going through a divorce. She was going through a lot of challenges. She was probably 20 years older than me. And she was really, really suffering. And here I was, happy, feeling amazing, partnered with her. And we had to interact with each other. And she had pain in her eyes. And she actually asked the person running the workshop if she could be matched up with someone other than me, because I was just too damn happy and it was just pissing her off. And I remember I was shocked. I couldn't believe that just because I was happy to be there, she was getting more and more frustrated because she was working with me and she did not want to work with me. And I felt sad. At first I was stunned because I didn't know what to do in that situation. And then I just felt really sad. But then I realized, you know, if I was in her shoes, 20 years older, 40 pounds overweight, going through a divorce, feeling like my whole life is falling apart, the last thing I want to see is little Miss, Sunshine dancing all around me, being happy, and I know that I'm not there. I want to be there, but I'm not. And so I had a lot of compassion for her. I really did feel sad that she wasn't there. And it wasn't for me to then go down in the depths and feel awful with her and just complain and whatever. It wasn't for me to do that. It's for me to shine, independent of whether it creates a wound or it brings light to a wound to someone else. So it's just for me to shine and just to be me. And I know sometimes people don't always embrace you with open arms because it just brings up their pain. So if you know on a spiritual level that you are not walking around with this blockage, with this ego that you're all that, and look at you, you don't even have your stuff together, you're falling apart at 23. If you're walking around with that energy, people are gonna feel it and they're gonna give you an attitude. But I guarantee people that I have run into that initially have given me attitude, if I get a little bit of a time to smile kindly at them, to say hello, or even to exchange some words with them, the attitude, boom, drops and it's gone. Because they can tell, this person's just a real person. She's not trying to, be an egotistical woman. So I feel like a lot of good can come from that. So I hope that answered your question, and I'd love to hear how things go from this point. So definitely write me back and let me know how things are going. And hopefully this has answered some questions for some other people. Definitely in the raw food community, ladies are looking smoking hot in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s. I find it super inspiring, but I definitely could understand that if I wasn't really in a position of looking fantastic, that would just drive me nuts. But that's where we come and we share the tools that we have learned to look that amazing. So share your information and your knowledge with as many people as you possibly can, and just open up your heart and have an open heart towards people that are overweight, that are struggling, and smile at them and engage with them and bring them into your world if it's possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to answering more of your questions. Have a good day. Bye-bye.